Welcome back, Decodiva family. If you're dreaming of curling up by a fire surrounded by rich textures, classic prints, and timeless charm, you're in for a treat. Today, we're diving into Ralph Lauren-inspired vintage decor to turn your fireplace into a warm, heritage-rich sanctuary. Whether you love vintage leather, heirloom accessories, or that iconic Ralph Lauren plaid, this video will guide you step by step through styling a cozy and sophisticated fireplace nook. These tips are perfect for fall, winter, or any season where comfort and elegance go hand in hand. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Decodiva for more vintage home inspiration. Hit the like button, and tell us in the comments how you style your fireplace for maximum cozy vibes. Ralph Lauren is more than just fashion, it's a lifestyle rooted in equestrian elegance, Americana charm, and old-world comfort. When applying this aesthetic to home decor, think of a mix of rugged materials, classic patterns, and refined luxury. What sets the Ralph Lauren aesthetic apart is its storytelling quality. Every piece feels like it has history, a leather club chair that's been in the family for decades or a tartan blanket passed down through generations. It's about surrounding yourself with pieces that feel lived in and loved. For your fireplace area, the goal is to create a space that's both visually rich and emotionally comforting. It should feel like a gentleman's lodge crossed with a vintage collector's haven, timeless, layered, and a bit mysterious. Start your design by anchoring the space with leather, whether that's a vintage armchair, a tufted ottoman, or old saddlebags repurposed as storage. Leather adds warmth, masculinity, and texture. Look for well-worn pieces with a bit of patina. Perfection isn't the goal here. You want those little scuffs and creases. They tell a story and bring authenticity to your vintage-inspired space. Pair a caramel leather armchair next to the hearth, maybe with brass nailhead trim and aged wood legs. Bonus points if it creaks a little when you sit down, it just adds to the charm. No Ralph Lauren-inspired decor is complete without plaid. Think tartan throws, flannel pillows, and even upholstered footstools. These traditional patterns immediately evoke a sense of heritage and seasonal warmth. Choose a color palette with deep forest greens, navy blues, rich burgundies, and camel tones. These classic hues work beautifully against a crackling fire and rustic wood. Layer plaid textiles on your armchair or sofa, drape a throw over a log basket, or add a flannel pillow to the hearth bench. Just a few touches can completely transform the space. Your mantel is prime real estate for storytelling. Use it to display vintage objects that reflect Ralph Lauren's refined but rugged ethos. Think riding trophies, old maps, or black and white equestrian photos. Mix antique silver candlesticks with weathered leather-bound books and a classic carriage clock. The key is balance. Combine ornate with understated to create interest and authenticity. Avoid clutter by sticking to a muted color palette and layering items at varying heights. Use books as risers and lean framed art for a more casual, collected look. The materials surrounding your fireplace should echo the warmth of the fire itself. Go for mahogany, walnut, or reclaimed barnwood finishes on frames, shelves, or side tables. Dark woods ground the space and provide that Ralph Lauren clubhouse vibe. They also contrast beautifully with leather and plaid, enhancing the cozy, layered atmosphere. Consider refinishing thrifted finds in a deeper stain or even using wax to bring out the wood's natural grain. The more texture and variation, the better. Infuse character into your space with collected pieces that feel like they've been passed down through the years. Hunt for old binoculars, magnifying glasses, vintage pipes, and globes to style on shelves or coffee tables. Vintage barware, hunting gear, and pocket watches also make great conversational pieces. Use a shadow box or tray to group smaller items together for visual impact. These accessories help create that layered, museum-like richness that makes Ralph Lauren decor so timeless and personal. Lighting is key to cozy vibes. Go for warm, ambient sources like brass floor lamps, hurricane lanterns, or wall sconces with a candle glow. Avoid cool-toned or overly modern lighting. You can even use battery-operated taper candles in antique holders for a flickering effect without the mess. Add a leather or linen lampshade to soften the light even further. Try placing lighting at multiple levels, overhead, eye level, and low to the ground, to create depth and dimension around your fireplace nook. Books are essential in a Ralph Lauren-inspired room. Stack them on the hearth, the coffee table, or even in a wooden crate beside your chair. Choose hardcovers with worn spines and rich covers. Old classics, leather-bound editions, or books on architecture, horses, and style are particularly on theme. Bonus points for including Ralph Lauren's own coffee table books. Group them by color or height, or wrap a belt around a few to mimic the look of old library bundles. They add instant intellect and warmth to the space. Don't overlook your fireplace tools. This is a perfect opportunity to introduce vintage or heritage-inspired function into your styling. Look for wrought iron or brass sets with character, maybe even a little rust or patina. Display them prominently in a leather or copper stand. Complement the tools with a wood stack and a canvas log holder or a leather sling. These small utilitarian details tie the whole look together. Layering isn't just for furniture and mantels, it's for floors too. Start with a neutral base rug, then add a smaller tartan or oriental rug on top. This adds visual interest and defines the space, especially if your fireplace is part of a larger open-plan room. The more layers, the more inviting it feels. Look for wool, jute, or woven rugs with rich colors and traditional patterns to keep things in the Ralph Lauren lane. Bring in the equestrian spirit that's so closely tied to the Ralph Lauren brand. This could be as simple as a vintage riding helmet on a bookshelf or a framed photo of a horse. If you can find old saddles, bridles, or even horseshoes, use them as decorative accents. These details speak to an old-world lifestyle rooted in tradition and elegance. Don't overdo it. 1 or 2 equestrian nods are enough to establish the theme without turning the space into a tack room. For the walls, keep things classic and calm. Neutral tones like cream, sand, or olive green set the stage for your bolder leather and plaid pieces. Use bold artwork, statement furniture, and textiles to do the talking. This balance keeps the space from feeling too busy or dated. A vintage flag, oil painting, or large-scale photograph can become a striking focal point above the mantel. While the Ralph Lauren aesthetic works year-round, feel free to tweak it seasonally. In winter, add velvet textures and pine greenery. In fall, lean into burnt oranges and buffalo check. Spring can bring lighter plaids and fresh florals in vintage pictures, while summer might call for breezy linen layers and worn leather books. The key is to maintain the core palette and style while adjusting the accessories to keep things feeling fresh. You don't need a Ralph Lauren price tag to get the look. Visit thrift shops, estate sales, and antique markets for unique finds. Look for items with character: aged leather, real wood, brass, and wool. Even second-hand Ralph Lauren pieces occasionally pop up for a steal. Try DIYing a few accents too: a flannel pillow cover, a waxed wood tray, or a leather-handled firewood carrier. Personal touches go a long way. Once you've gathered your leather seating, plaid textiles, vintage books, and antique accents, take time to arrange everything in a layered, intentional way. Step back and observe the space from different angles. Make sure each corner tells a piece of the overall story. Adjust lighting and textiles until it feels like a curated lodge. Remember, Ralph Lauren decor is less about trends and more about timeless, storied living. Let your space reflect that ethos with every layer. Thank you so much for spending time with me today at Decodiva. I hope you're feeling inspired to cozy up your fireplace with Ralph Lauren's vintage charm. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and let us know in the comments what vintage piece you're most excited to style by your fireplace. Until next time, keep layering, keep collecting, and keep living beautifully. See you soon, Decodivas.